Welcome to Thailand, the home of some of the best nature in the world, some of the best culture and amazing cuisine, like you can see here on a beach I was sitting at in Phuket, an incredible area. Literally, you see so many animals when you are traveling around this country in everyday life. It's not an exception to see some cool stuff. And I started in the Phi Phi Islands with a private tour around the beautiful area. I set off early and the first thing I noticed was how blue the water was, and it was fantastic. I went on a little bit of a fishing trip too to start it off, caught a few of these snapper for dinner later, and I've got to say this fresh snapper is unbeatable, especially when you caught it yourself. And we literally had an entire cooler filled with snapper and various different forms of fish. I asked the crew to stop off and have a swim, and that's exactly what I did. And around me you can see there are so many people with different tour groups all bunched together like sardines in a tin. So I decided to pay that extra bit of money to get a private tour, and my God, I have to say it was totally worth it. I mean, I got all of this space to myself. I was swimming down and literally had the freedom to roam these corals and snorkel about, free dive, and see these beautiful tropical fish. As somebody that's traveled with many other people on most of my travels, doing this solo felt extremely special. It felt extremely independent and so freeing, especially being in a space like this in warm tropical water where you can just do whatever you please. As a marine lover myself, seeing this wildlife, seeing these fish all around me just filled me with joy. And I know it does for a lot of people, but to see all of these different species around me, swimming in and about, literally next to me, it was just a fantastic experience. And look at some of the vibrant colors on these little guys. If you're coming to Thailand and you're going to Phuket or Ao Nang, I highly recommend that you travel to Phi Phi Islands, whether it's private or with a bigger group, because waters like these cannot be seen very often when they are this crystal clear, this healthy. And I have to say, it actually shocked me at how little pollution there was in the water. I did not even see one singular plastic bottle, and it was fantastic. And these fish looked like they were in healthy condition and the ecosystem was thriving as a marine biome. Absolutely lovely to see, and I got to get these incredible shots that I will literally save in my video collection for a lifetime for me to look back on when I am older and just reminisce of the beautiful times I had in Thailand, even though I was by myself. Also, watch out for these lionfish. They're not only venomous, they are invasive and they shouldn't be in the waters. So if you can get rid of them, do everybody a favor and get rid of them. But just be very, very careful, and they are everywhere. After swimming in the Phi Phi Islands, I decided to get a flight up north to Chiang Mai, where I went to this beautiful waterfall.
The name of this waterfall is Hue Quay Waterfall, and it is completely free to come to. And let me show you what it has to offer. It is absolutely massive and beautiful. Look at this. So I don't know if you can see it, but you've got some rocks set up by some kids or some people that have managed to balance the stones on the waterfall without them falling off. Right, let's make our way up.
On the border of Chiang Mai, there are many beautiful waterfalls, and that's not including the sticky waterfalls, where you can just go up, climb, and literally enter them for free. And this was truly an experience. So peaceful, so beautiful, and it really shows what nature has to offer in Thailand. But if you got your hands full like me, do not trip over, because it might be a long tumble down to the bottom of the waterfall. And I'm pretty sure people were watching me like I was a fool as I walked up.
Right, so I've seen some small things crawling around in the water. So I'm going to get in and see if there's anything about. Oh. It's actually not too cold. Thought it'd be way colder than this. Anyway, let's get the underwater shots.
What amazes me about this country is how you have waterfalls, incredible coastlines, incredible food, people, culture, and natural sights to see all within the same area. It is quite unique, and it's so hard to find all of these options and beautiful nature in one singular place.
Pretty cool experience, I've got to say, and again for cheap, again for free, so pretty incredible. Right, now we're at the very, very top, and what a view this is. Just spectacular.
My mate Josh, who was with me, had to get multiple cinematic shots on his proper camera, and I can see why. It was truly an amazing area and somewhere that will live in my memory forever.
Wow, this is the biggest one I've seen so far. It's a chunky boy. Chilling on
After visiting the second biggest city in Thailand, Chiang Mai, I went to Bangkok, and Lumphini Park is a great area in the middle of this incredibly busy hustle and bustle city, and you've got these monitor lizards just roaming around, chilling, sunbathing, and unbothered by every single human that passes by. There was so much nature in this park, I found it absolutely phenomenal to see in a major city. This one's massive. Wow. Despite the look, these guys are not Komodo dragons, they're monitor lizards, but they're closely related, and there were more animals in the park that were amazing to see. But yeah, just an absolutely amazing view in the middle of a hectic city. Bangkok was amazing, but it's also crazy, so I wasn't there for too long, and I actually went over to Phuket. This video is in a bit of a random order, but in Phuket, you get to see these incredible stalls where I got fresh fruit every single day, and even saw these animals on the side. Yeah, look, standing up all tense. The female's over there. There's the male bull there. Literally on the side of the main road. One of the main parts of nature that people come to Thailand to see is just the coastlines, the beautiful blue water as you have a meal, as you have a beer. It is so relaxing and therapeutic. Then transferring to Ao Nang, I went to an elephant sanctuary, and an ethical one it had to be. But it was very cool, and I got to get very close to these elephants, although the guides were a little bit aggressive. Thank you. Some of these elephants were 2 to 3 times my age, so it was just incredible to be with animals that are so much more ancient and have been roaming the earth longer than me. These animals are also kept very well, and I know on the outside it doesn't always look like that, but these animals are mud bathed, they are washed, they are fed, and you're going to see me do all of this now. Something that's worth noting if you come to Thailand is that the elephant sanctuaries are only ethical if they don't allow you to ride the backs of the elephants. So if they give you that option, you should probably decline, as it definitely isn't registered properly. Many elephants in Southeast Asia are used for farming and agriculture, and these ones were also saved from that from a young age and have grown up in this facility since then. So they're not purely wild, and that makes it feel a little bit more better for people visiting like myself. Now here you can see me applying mud to the elephants. This cools them down, but also stops the absorption from the sun. Their tough skin absorbs a lot of heat from the sun, and this basically reflects it and acts as a sunblock for these Asian elephants. And if you're wondering why they haven't got tusks, usually the female Asian elephants do not have tusks.
This guy's all to myself. It's a beautiful elephant. No one else is on this one, they're all on the other ones. They've been looking at me this whole time.
No baby, no baby.
Honestly, such a majestic animal, and they do take care of them here, which is good. The poor elephant just by himself over there. They are in good condition, and they are free roaming. And they basically have these guys that look after them 24 hours a day. They literally take them to sleep, feed with them, everything. So they do have people that basically have connections with the animals, and I think they are genuine, they're not forced. But look at me now, an absolute state. No one else is this muddy.
Then towards the end, the elephants get the ultimate cool off. They get washed by us, literally numerous people on each elephant, cooling them down in the water. And I've got to say, I saw quite a few of these elephants pooping all around me, so I wasn't too happy about the water I was necessarily swimming in, but it was a very cool experience to cool these guys off, give them a little bath, and we all know how it feels to get nice and cooled off when it's a hot day. This is exactly what these elephants were feeling, and it was just nice to help these elephants and contribute to their day-to-day life like the people who take care of them would. For the most part, that was taking care of the elephants, and that was how we did it. It was an amazing day in Ao Nang, and you can see nature in any part of Thailand. It literally doesn't matter where you are, if you're by the sea or not. There is available options with loads of different wildlife in every single region. So I highly recommend you go and see the nature in Thailand. It's definitely one of the standout highlights for me and for many tourists coming. Please like, please subscribe, and please turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. We have so much more content coming out, and I thank you so much for watching this entire video.